because it's so cold. It's so cold. Stanley, I heard you talking to me. You chatterbox? You chatterbox? I think I got bit by. He's chatterbox in the evening. I gotta wash my hands fast. I thought he was locked in the. I heard him talking. I thought he got locked in the mud room. Oh, I shouldn't have washed my hands yet. Stanley. Yeah, I thought he was locked in that one room because he was. I hear him. He has food in his dish.
He likes it. I think he's talking.
Yeah, he's talking all right. I gotta give Artie his pill. Hold on a second. Somebody in a chat on one of the YouTube videos I was watching earlier, they were saying, I gotta go give my dog a pill.
Oh, really?
I'm like, I know what that's like.
Oh, that's nice.
Twice a day. Hold on, Artie. Just relax. I had to go to the vet and pick up the one that I gotta get every 2 weeks for him.
Every 2
today.
weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
They were busy. Good boy, Artie. Now I gotta wash my hands. Alright, you guys. Come on, out of the kitchen. Tucker makes me nervous because he's getting loose in his rear end. Yeah. That's what the vet said a long time ago, is that he'll just get looser and looser. Yeah. So, they don't do a lot of strenuous work anymore.
No.
They had their play days. They're happy dogs. Now we're just all lazy.
I wish, right?
Okay. Go lay down, little dog. You ain't going out right now. Go lay down. Go on, go lay down. Why do you guys do this to me? Go lay down, good boy. Go lay over there. Good boy. Good dog.
You can jump.
You don't need to jump. Good dog. Good boy. Good boy. Alright. Let's do this. Excuse me. You been drinking your water, Ma?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take a hot shower.
Not my water.
Get in the hot water, just let it. You drinking your water?
Mm-hmm.
Good job, I'll drink mine too. That's one thing I don't just tell you. Drinking your water is that I'm telling me too. I'm reminding me. Do you need more? Yeah, I gave you that cup.
That is priceless.
You gonna sit up here?
Yeah.
You're gonna leave Benny's and start whining.
Oh, I don't want that.
You know, he'll be alright. Here, have a seat.
Good boy.
He can sit up here if he wants.
Good boy.
I even got extra layers on today. Okay, what else
nice
am I
and
using?
warm.
What? It's so cold, man. I looked at like 3:30 this afternoon. It said it was 22 degrees.
22.
I said I think they play with the temperature from inside the earth, because it's not the ambient air that makes it this cold. It's because it snowed and everything turns to ice. So now we live in an ice box.
So you have to stop.
We live in an ice box. It's just
Get that.
ridiculous. All right, let's do this talk.
Okay.
Here we go. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hayoke empath. I just like to do these talks on the way I feel about things. Oh man, It's so cold. It's so cold. As soon as the sun goes down, sun just went down a little while ago. As soon as the temperature just dips, and I just pray for all those people out there that have been affected by these last storms. I saw Omaha got, in some places they got like 12 inches.
12 inches of snow?
Yeah, we didn't get hardly nothing here, but weather impacts people's lives in so many different ways. Like where I live, they don't really do the roads. They don't really. I mean, some places they do, but it's not like I was talking to my buddy Carl today, and I said I remember times where I would see like 6 or 7 snow plows just tackling the roads, just out there, just and then they all hit they're like little robot, and it ain't that. Now it's like they just, have you seen a plow? Have you seen a plow? Yeah, we saw a plow about 2 hours ago, but not one since. But it's been snowing, and there's more of the accumulation. There's just a big old accident on Interstate 40, and I was thinking, it just shuts things down for so long, and people are they're trying to travel across the strait, and they're just sitting because the interstate's a parking lot, and so my heart goes out to those folks. And also, my disaster notification, there's a lot of tornadoes going on across the United States. I guess they've been going on all night long, like the storm that we got, like Nebraska gets our leftovers, and then after them it's going to go to Illinois, and then like Massachusetts got a bunch of snow up to where they're at. My buddy's up there. Come on, Benny. Get up there. Come on, Benny. Good dog. Come on. Are you hungry? You want some green chili stew?
Oh, no.
I'll get you some when I'm done with my talk here.
Okay.
So, well, today was a pretty good day, though. What happened today? I went into town. My buddy called, and I was like, fuck, man, I don't want to go into town, but I gotta go to the vet and pick up Artie's pill, so I gotta go into town anyway, so I might as well give my buddy a ride, because it's so freaking cold. And so I went into town, and plus, it had been a few days, and the Suburban had kind of a hard time starting this morning, because, see, now it says it's 22, but the real feel's 10. Fucking horse shit. So, went into town, pick up my buddy, and fucker, get out of there, for crying out loud. Come on, get out. You don't need the piece of cat food. You really don't. It's mine. No, it's there, no, Ma. And I found it fair and square. It's mine, Ma. There, now leave it alone. So I went and got my buddy and took him to do a couple errands, and I went down and checked the mail. I haven't checked it in a couple weeks. So there's all kinds of just junk in there, that's what people are. We're just what businesses run off so they can get paid.
Yeah.
To say we care about this person, but they really fucking don't. Because evidently now I'm eligible for $40,000 life insurance policy through the VA administration. I'm just like, it's so silly, And what else? Oh, I got an email today, because yesterday I get emails, or they'll call me and leave me a message. I'm doing 2 things in the VA right now. Right now I just had my blood work done, and then the lady's like, do you want your eyes tested? I was like, yeah, sure. So first they call to see your availability, and then they'll call with the appointment. Once they get the referral, because it depends on where they're going to send you and stuff. They like to send you all over the place. And when I lived in Omaha, I didn't really have to experience it, because I just got the Omaha, but I heard stories about it. And then once I got to Oregon, I was really in the shit. And then New Mexico, it's just another level of shit. And well, the good news is so I got an email today, or this morning, they made my eye doctor appointment. It's January 9th. My eye doctor appointment is April 16th. That's how far out. 4 months out.
4 months out.
They said, well, if you don't take that one, we got one in July.
Whoa.
Or June you could have. I said, you know what? I said, I believe in divine timing anyway. I said, but let's just go ahead and take that one in April because it's right after my 50th birthday. Huh.
Really happy.
So, did that, and then I got another email from the Optimum people wanting to set up my continuance, my further gathering of data for my VA claim. And so they want me to come, so they called yesterday and I talked to them about my appointment preferences. And then the lady said, okay, well, we don't have a referral yet for a place for you to go. So we'll call back in the next 20 days with an appointment for you. And I said, okay. And then I got an email today saying, call us, you know. Just like, and so I call them today. I said, I think there's a glitch, but I'm going to go ahead and call you. So here I am. And she's like, yeah, it's a glitch. We don't have a place for you to go yet. And I'm just... And what that lady put me through, she sucked. All the other people have been pretty cool, but this lady was just like a control freak. Like she has a couple kids that are teenagers that fucking hate her, don't respect her, don't listen to anything she says. So she just sits there and eats her feelings, and then tells, gets veterans like me on the phone, and then says, "Am I on speakerphone? Yeah. Could you take me off? Well, will that make you feel better? 'Cause Lord knows I'm here for you, lady. You're not here for the veteran. I'm here for you, lady. Thanks for letting me live in your world, lady." I said, you're going to have to wait a minute. I got to go find my headset because I'm giving Mom lunch right now. I got to be hands-free. And so... she read this big old spiel, the same thing I heard, because they were reading off a script, right? She's like, you probably heard it yesterday. There's nothing this woman could do for me, but she wanted to go through her spiel and then tell me, oh, it must have been a glitch. I'm just like, what kind of dumb bitch? Oh, that kind of dumb bitch. Oh, I've seen them all over the world. I see them every day, So... I said, all right, but I'm just doing my due diligence because I got to be on top of your systems because they're so glitchy, but God forbid it was an actual, we have your appointment ready, and if I didn't call you, I would be freaking negligent, right? Right? I would be the incomplacent one, the non-compliant one, because their fucking systems are broke, and I tell them how their systems are broke. I'll be right back. My dogs are fucking old. I just turned off the fucking TV too. not even outdoor curious. You are not even outdoor curious, dude. Man, it's cold out there. I just hate it. All right, so after she writes, but it was cool in the script that I wasn't told if yesterday that this appointment they're supposed to schedule it within a 50-mile radius, which is much better than the 126 miles to Del Norte, Colorado that I just had to do in December.
Whoa.
So hopefully this place. Go ahead, bud, get drink. Watch out, Artie. Watch out, Artie. Come on. He's just always in the way. Like, if there's a place you don't want him to be, he's been like that his whole life. It's funny. It just happens more now he's getting older. Come on, Tuck. Want water? So some good things happened today. I did go into town. I took my buddy do a couple errands, and I set out the intention to just, I got like a dozen cookies because I was in such a good mood. I found my hat this morning. Not this hat. Actually, my other hat. Because when I got home, I took it off and put this one on because I don't want to lose it again. Because I lost it for a few weeks. Ever since I went to the clinic, I haven't seen it since then, and I just found it today. So I was so happy. I wanted to share the joy. So I went and I grabbed about a dozen cookies and went into town with the intention to handing them out. So I met a nice man named Pablo at the water house when I was filling up the water jug. Gave him a couple. He was super happy. Then I met a nice dude named what was his name? Travis. Yeah, he was in the truck next to me when I went to the supermarket. But I was like, hey, dude, do you like cookies? You know, the fun kind? He's like, yeah. I said, here's a couple.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I give him my little spiel.
Yeah.
How they're my good karma. I tell him, you know, if 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 orange juice, if you ever eat something with any kind of flour in it, cannabis, and and you don't like it, it's uncomfortable. Just drink some orange juice. It'll temper down the effects. It'll just go to sleep or whatever. But and then gave two other women some today. So I made their day.
That was nice. Very nice.
Yep. People like them, you know, and it's real easy. There's a lot of things people can do to just like show the world how that you could do nice things without being paid or without, you know, anything in return at all. I got something. I got a nice little nug today in return, and then another homie gave me some freaking fresh hash that was cool. So you know, I mean, I always wanted to live that life of barter, though. I just think that now we're gonna have our chance. We're gonna have our chance now. I just have been praying a lot for those that, you know, that are trying to get shelter and just can't find the way. You know, I just keep praying for people to open their hearts. You know, start putting their wallets where their mouths are. You know, I can't. You know, there's so many ways to give back. Making big old pots of soup. Taking them down to the corner where all the people are hanging out with their signs and stuff, just offering a free hot meal.
Nice.
It's all kinds of stuff people can do. So I just called today's title 2,200 something because I hate naming my titles. So my titles are always just whatever they pop into my head because I don't really put a whole lot of thought into it because I done a lot of videos. All in all, life is pretty good. We don't really have any complaints. Got a roof over our head. We got some food in our belly. You know, little dogs are getting old. They're still here. What else is going on? Just things going on in the world. I'm really trying not to focus too much on stuff that's going on out there. I'm trying to just focus on me. You know, I'm seeing other people, the experiences that other people they're having, the life lessons that they're having. Mm-hmm. There's still a lot of good things coming out of it, you know.
There's a lot of people changing their minds about stuff. There's a lot of shifting, Ma, that's for sure. And you're doing pretty okay, too, aren't you, Ma?
Yes.
You said today's a good day?
Yeah, it is a good day.
Yeah? Yeah. What else? There was things I was going to talk about, and then I don't make notes, and then I just go free. I just go run my mouth. Let's see. Let's look in the photos, and because any screenshots I might have taken on stories, because sometimes I'll see stories. Let's see. Oh, Boeing came out and said, "Our bad, our bad, our bad," with the whole loose bolts on the door thing. You know what I mean? It's like, are they not getting their regularly scheduled maintenance? That's bad. That's a production thing. The state of New Mexico are giving people that live in New Mexico plans for casitas. Yeah, casita. The six they're giving them away on their website. That's kind of interesting. They're like little like 1-bedroom. It would be perfect for us, Ma. Since we're roommates. Excuse me. Throat chakra. What else is going on? So lots of people are going, experience freaking inclement weather, really cold weather. That's another thing I said, hey, if you guys make this appointment for me, am I going to get penalized? Am I going to get penalized if we get snow and stuff like that? And I can't get to where you are or where the appointment is? And she's like, no, we'll get weather alerts and all that stuff. But yeah, a lot of states I guess are getting a lot of snow right now. I uploaded that Windy app. I like that Windy app a lot. They shows because you can show like the ocean and freaking how much of like there's a lot of the ocean that's experiencing 20-foot waves right now. There's so between landslides, earthquakes. The whole world is shifting. Like this is the stuff that they've been talking about. I mean, I'm not even like I mean I've read the Bible not front to back. I think I will, but then you go with the whole. Which Bible do I read? Which one is the true Bible? Which one is the most accurate? Because it's all depictation. It's all like deciphered from. It's all somebody else's interpretation, and how people interpret words is based on their frame of reference. And I might not have the same heart this other person has, right?
That's true.
So I mean, because like, how many people Genesis? They don't recognize that Genesis is talking about the stars. They don't even recognize they're talking about astrology. That God gives us, little hints, little tidbits like, hey, when these planets aligned like this in history, these are the things that happened. So this could potentially happen. So if this happens in your proximity, how are you going to react in the situation, right? Like they need to have that's what I'm saying. They need to have go around to local businesses and train the local businesses on what to do when live active shooters come into the business. Like what do you do? Like what's your protocol? Give somebody some guidance because sometimes people can, if you tell them what to do, they can do automatic pilot. But people, like, their psychology, something that ain't normal happens in a big way. They're just like, what? The things that shock does to people, I saw a video the other day, this freaking, one of those big old burly muscular kangaroos got this guy's dog. And he was like, riding the dog in this pond, in this lake thing. And the guy, he comes up, and the guy's like, "Get off my dog, mate," or whatever, you know. And the guy, he's like, "I'm gonna hit ya," and he hits the kangaroo and knocks him off. And the kangaroo, like, you know, he comes off the dog, and the dog goes one way, and then the kangaroo is just like, you know, like, cause these I showed you the video. I think she probably don't remember, but they're all big and huge and muscular and freaking, you know. And then he's like, you know what? I thought you were all big and bad. What happened to you? And where were you? You know, defending your brother dog and all this. I thought that was funny. You know, but still, not everybody handles traumatic emergency situations with such dignity and grace. And so many people, they're so sped up inside. Everybody's in such a hurry. You got to get there. Go, go, go. I was like that for a number of years. It took me a long time to learn how to breathe and calm down, and haste makes waste and all that stuff, you know, because people get in such a big old hurry, and then the consequences of that happen. I had a realization the other day. I was like, I had a rough morning. I cut myself a glass had broke and went into the sink, and I didn't know, and I was cleaning out the drain, and I didn't know there was glass in there. So that was that. But they're already healed. But for the first day or so, I heal very fast. But for the first day or so, like the cuts, like there was one here and then one here, and I got a new set of knives, and one's real sharp, and so I cut, and so whenever I hurt myself, I asked myself, what were you thinking about when I did it, right? Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, okay, I was thinking about whatever. And then yesterday, after it snowed, or that day before, whenever it snowed, I'd gone out, and on the corner over here is where the gutter is, so it'll melt during the day, and then it'll freeze and turn to ice, so it's real slippery. And I freaking slipped and fell. I wiped out because there was ice under the snow. And I was thinking, what was I thinking about when I did it? And what occurred to me, and what my life lesson was, and what I learned from the whole thing is, when I cut my fingers, I wasn't thinking about washing the knife, right? I was thinking about something else. And when I cut my finger the other time, like, that was more of a fluke, because I didn't know the glass was in the sink. So but still, you know, I wasn't being present. And when I slipped and fell, I wasn't thinking about where my feet were, you know. And so now when I go out, I'm like, where are my feet? Where are my feet? Where are my feet? Where are my feet? Like, make sure, you know, like, make sure that, yeah. So I learned my lesson. That's what life is about, is learning lessons. It's just, you know, nobody's getting out of this life alive, but I'd like to go through it without, you know, I got my nose broke. My brother broke my nose when I was younger, when we were in high school. And, yeah, we used to fight bad. But he was a wrestler, so he would just freaking use his wrestling moves on me. And then that would be it, you know. And then he went to basic training for the Army Guard. So but see, then what happened was I learned stuff in my life. Granted, he's 52 now, but if we got into an altercation now, the outcome would be much different, right? Because I'm not a weak little girl anymore, and that's what I use the term loosely. Men like him. That's what they can't, that they're bullet, that, you know, they prey after the weak, you know, and then but the weak sometimes get strong, and then, oh no, then here comes the gaslighting. That never happened. I mean, how many times, if I had a fucking dollar for how many, I'm like, dude, you can't say something didn't happen that we've had conversations about before, you dumbass. That's not how it works. But, you know, those lawyers and those people, they got their ideas about things. And their egos have washed out their souls so much. It's just so easy for people to sell their souls these days. You know, just take that paycheck and act that way that, you know, you inherently know in your heart is not what God intended. It's not good orderly direction, you know. Hearing stories about people getting frozen on the bottom of dumpsters. This country needs to do a lot better than it's doing to take care of the people on this land, right? There's just too much of this. I got to take care of myself, and I got mine, and it's all about me, you know, and all these people individually going around living their best lives. That's all well and good, but there's plenty of people on this land that they really can't. They're slow, and I'm not even being mean, but they just don't have the capacity. And then bureaucrats create these offices. Go in there and fill out this paper and do this and jump through this hoop and do that. And people are like, I just wanted some fucking food, you know? Like, what? Well, I'm just hungry. And they're not thinking about tomorrow. They're just thinking about today. And there's plenty of people out there that aren't on drugs and alcohol. They just got in a situation and they don't know how to get out of it. And there aren't a whole lot of places because people don't realize it. I challenge anyone to go in any town, in any city that you're in, pretend like that you're somebody on the street, go downtown and try and use the resources in your community to somehow get you off the street. They're not there. And they're easily there to, you know, I mean, and like any church can just not like your kind and turn you away. And I mean, it's just like, everything is a club. Even the things that we're supposed to say, you know, we'll welcome everybody. Right? I noticed, I saw that one guy on Astrology Hub, what's his name? Real effeminate dude. He's been doing a weekly astrology for the last week. Or for the last year. But see, that's what they do is they get people they like an astrologer, and they say, okay, come over to our inner circle and pay us, and you can still get what you've gotten for free. But now you got to see, because everybody deserve, you know. But where's the charity, you know? So now he's going down to once a month, just once a month. I was like, yeah. I get it. You know, trying to push that 5D lifestyle while living that 3D lifestyle with your big houses in Hawaii and all that stuff, right? Just know when people as individuals aren't doing charity isn't getting done. Just know that. Not as much as they think it is. And because I used to be on the other side, you know, so much disposable income, all that. Until I became in a position where I was just like, shit, I'm about to be homeless with my mom and dogs. And I freaking was reaching out to all these agencies, and my brother wouldn't help me. I did freaking GoFundMe. I was just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And nobody would help me. I just listened to my heart, and God directed me, and it turned out. But I had to learn a very valuable lesson in that most people in this world are by themselves. So we need to create an environment for a lot of individuals instead of creating an environment to make it really cushy for a lot of people that don't need it. It's disingenuous. Anyway, that's about all I got for now.